man, these young Jet players, woo, they thought they were flying high before, but Aaron Rodgers has landed in New York, and now these players are starstruck by their new teammate, the living legend Aaron Rodgers himself. Let's talk about it. After a week of getting to know him and seeing him out there, the players are just admitting it. Like they're just peeling back the layers, telling reporters, hey, we can't lie. We're in awe of Aaron Rodgers. And it's interesting because Aaron Rodgers is participating in the voluntary workouts. You know, in Green Bay last few seasons, he's had a retreat. He was playing around with COVID and saying what he did and didn't do with that. He just wasn't there. He went dark, all these things, right? He found ways to not be a part of those workouts despite them having a young receiving core. But he goes to New York. He's like, yo, I'm going to get used to my teammates. See what a breath of fresh air does for you? See what happens when you just get a new change of scenery? All of a sudden, everything just comes back to life. So Aaron Rodgers is showing how much he loves the game instead of y'all just have to assume how much he loves the game. So there's Garrett Wilson out there, his wide receiver. Had said he had to do a double take when he saw him. This is something 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I'll tell my kids I played with Aaron Rodgers, right? Another guy was saying it's a surreal feeling. Sauce Gardner went to the Knicks game with him, sat front row. They said they were walking in. Aaron Rodgers was like, man, your ass young. He was like, we about to be sitting next to Jessica Alba. And he was like, who that? I was like, wow. And that's funny because the flip happens to me a lot. Like my daughter, she's 24, and she'll tell me about some young rapper, one of them, another YNBs or something, another one of them dudes. How many YNBs are there? And then I was like, what? And she's like, oh, Dad, you're so old, and you're supposed to be cool. You're supposed to be a DJ. And I was like, yeah, I just play track 3. I don't know who in the hell made it, but that's where the game is. So Sauce Gardner was just sitting there tripping, saying, everybody knew who Aaron Rodgers was. Duh, he's getting a standing ovation. And he said he just got back and had to just look and say, wow, Aaron Rodgers is on my team. Even though Sauce did so much of the recruiting to get Aaron Rodgers. And it's funny because that actually happened to me, but I was like forced into it. Like these guys they were begging for it, asking for it, and it finally came true, right? So you got your Christmas gift you wanted. This, for me, when I got drafted to Buffalo, I just landed in greatness. And it was crazy because my phone call was Marv Levy, which is insane, you know, the great Marv Levy. Hey, Marcellus, like everybody knows that voice. Amazing. And then you get into the locker room and nobody's in the locker room when you get there as a rookie drafted, right? They make sure the vets are gone on their vacations or working out at home, whatever. The facilities are pretty much naked except the employees who work there. But you go in the locker room, and I remember when I went in the locker room, and this is when Jim Kelly retired. He retired the year I got in, and I heard it was because he didn't want me to sack him in practice because he knew I was going to come around. Yeah, right. He retired that year before I got there. And I walk into the locker room, and the way the Buffalo Bills locker room is, it opens up both ways from the middle, right? So you look to the left, and as soon as you look to the left, the first locker, and all the big-time vets love the locker room and the locker on the edges. Walkway, their locker. So I looked to the left, it was a walkway. Right to the right of it, Andre Reed. I saw Reed 83, and I just ran up to it like, damn, that's dope. So then the next one I was looking for, I'm seeing all these other guys, don't know you. Oh, okay, I heard of him a little bit. Oh, and it said Thomas, 34, Thurman Thomas. I was like, damn. And I was looking in this locker room, and it's so weird because you're looking in the locker room like something gonna be special. No, they got cleats, they got a helmet, they got shoulder pads. It just got their name on it. And you like, like that's them. Then I was like, where's the dude? Where's my guy? And his wasn't next to the edge. His was kind of buried in the middle a little more, a couple off. And it said, you know what it said? Smith, 78. I was like, that damn Bruce Smith. Now, his locker did look different. He had a lot of his own shoes. Bruce Smith had his own Nike shoe and the commercial with Dennis Hopper, right? And he had his Air Bruces, Air Smiths in there. And I was like, ooh-wee. I'll tell y'all the story what I ended up doing because let's just say he was missing one after I got a hold of him. But it was just crazy looking at all these great players' names and stuff. And I give you my favorite story of being awestruck. Growing up, I was a fan of 2 players the most. Eric Dickerson, because I was a tall, skinny running back, And John Elway, just because that dude was so athletic and he had that rocket launcher. Yeah, he'd just be darting it. Yeah. And so I wanted a John Elway jersey, 11th grade, asked my mama. She said, how much? I was like $75 Foot Locker or whatever. She's like, you got to be kidding. Get out of my face. Move, boy. So I was like, all right, never getting a John Elway jersey. So you fast forward, my first game ever, Buffalo Bills on the road, Mile High Stadium against the Denver Broncos. Come on, y'all. Let's talk. All right, so you get there, you get there the day before, all that blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can't breathe. And this ain't even, I'm on the field? Nope. I'm just walking off the damn plane. I'm walking on the bus. I'm like, Mile High is for real, Mile High. Like, I was like, this altitude is for real. They was like, wait till you get out there and warm up. Wait till you play tomorrow. And I was like, man, damn. My first game, I can't even breathe, right? I get out there, literally pregame warm-up, so I'm a rookie, first game ever. First time I've ever been on an airplane for a game, because going to Columbia, all of our trips were bus trips. So this is big time. Big steaks on the plane, big shrimp, colossal shrimp. And now you fast forward, I am on the field, can't breathe, and I'm in warm-ups. And something told me while I'm watching us start, I'm like, turn around and see what they doing, what the Broncos are doing for their warm-ups. And no lie, y'all, as I turned and turned, right there, maybe 2 yards away on their 48-yard line, guess who was there? 7, Elway, looking like that. And I was like, ah! And I just wanted to touch him. I wanted to touch him so bad. I was so awestruck. My guy was right there. Well, that was as close as I got to him in the game, because in the game, I ain't do a damn thing, not even close to a sack. It was amazing. But I feel what these Jets players are going through. Boy, it's nothing better than when you go from a little one to the guy or the poster on your wall is now your homie.